Which Jay-Z album do you think is better than Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
I think Reasonable Doubt, for a couple reasons, but mainly because it's a lived-in experience. Like I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is such a perfect body of work. And the way it's sculpted, everything, like the features, the production is so flawless. But Reasonable Doubt, that like he was 26 when it came out. So that was like his life.
Yeah, his
up
life
until
story,
that
right?
point, right? And it feels more lived in because it is. Like it's his life. And it's hard to beat something like that. Musically, like you can debate that for days, but like the subject matter, I just would take Reasonable Doubt any day.
Okay. So I have a different album. Even though I think we all know, if you watch the show regularly, Reasonable Doubt is my favorite Jay-Z album. But I think that Blueprint is the album that I can argue is better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy has so many great features, and like there's like kind of like no wasted like rap lyrics on there. And what the Blueprint does, like it
Well, there's
shows.
wasted lyrics. I can't let you say that. There's wasted lyrics.
Okay.
I'm so appalled, spalled, and bald. Like it's just,
I enjoy it.
There's things on there.
I mean, hey, to each his own. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
But continue.
All right. So the Blueprint album was recorded over a weekend. Basically it launched the career and the legend of Kanye West and Just Blaze. Respectfully, Bank as well is included in that, right? With the soul samples. Right. The album was released on 9/11. It still moved over 500,000 records first week, right? It had The Takeover on it. It had the hit record H to the Izzo, where Kanye West chopped up what was it? I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. So I think that some of the most prominent things from that project when it came out in 2001, it was just like the perfect storm. And I think that Blueprint is the album that I can argue is a better album than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now there are some people that feel like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is like you can't do anything with it, because like the features, the production is so big and
grand,
it's grand. It's like on a grand scale. So that's why like I argue that Blueprint is the album that can actually compete with it versus Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is a great album in itself, and like I think it's Jay-Z at his sharpest and his wittiest and his grittiest, which is personally my favorite version of Jay-Z. But Blueprint is just as like lush and luxurious as My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I feel like it's kind of like, styles make fights. And I think that the fight that Blueprint brings to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the better project. What I'm curious to know is, I want to talk to some of the people that think that no Jay-Z album can even stand in the same room as My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah. Like, what would you want to know from that? Like, what, like?
I would want to know, like, how, like, what part of it is it? I guess, like, would the argument be like the production, the lyricism, the rollout, like, like all of those things. Like, I just would like to know what would make that person feel that Kanye's project is better than the project that I picked.
Yeah, what stands up to it. Yeah. I would like to know that too, actually. But yeah, I do feel as though Reasonable Doubt gets that edge because it's a lived-in experience and you can't beat that. Especially with the way that the story is told and the raps. Like, it just feel like I don't get that level of raps from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's just a beautiful album, and it's very well structured and expensive as hell.
Yeah.
It's a blockbuster that just can't be beat. Yeah. Right. But Reasonable Doubt, that takes some living. That's it. Like, that's his real experience. So I can't fault that.
I get it. Yeah. It's one of those, some people gonna be like, how can you compare this and that? But it's like, hey man, like, we just like debating shit. You don't have to engage if you don't want to. So, it's all good.
It's music, man.
Yeah, it's music. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Dun dun.